storm again, and at least part one has rolled through Middle America. Northwest Arkansas has turned into a winter wonderland. Got to improvise, get the kayak out of the garage, enjoy some of the snow. SEC basketball cannot be stopped. How about some tailgaters? 14 degrees outside Arkansas with 14 wins. And the race, McKinnon is the three-point shooter, but he's going to put it on the deck, go to the basket and score.
Talking to Matt.
First time in 55 games he didn't start against Vandy. Coming off the bench today, so Malik Thomas gets the start. Take away, and Thomas on the push. So good at finding his teammates. There's Nwoko, who will flush.
I think you see it right there. I hope those bigs are buying him lunch or dinner because he takes care of them when he's in there.
Acuff Jr. will pull and hit, and Arkansas has become the best three-point shooting team in the SEC.
Talking to Coach McMahon.
Whether he wanted some tempo, and they're trying to play fast early, Joe.
They want to, but he said they got to be careful. They want to look for opportunities. But
Star Conference play, they've been dealt a few challenges.
Well, they've lost some really tough ones, but it's a testament to the coach and the coaching staff. They still play, as you can see right now today.
Moving well, just didn't hit a few of those floaters. It was a tough task going up against the Gators, who are playing good basketball. Acuff for a long two. 5 quick ones from Acuff Jr.
I think we're getting ready to see a nice little duel with Thomas and Acuff. Fatigue for Thomas is going to be interesting. Just saw him asked out.
Brazil will run the floor and score easily.
And again, that's attributed to
Jalen Reese in. He was the point guard when Thomas went down, and that's an easy basket from Nwoko.
Again, miscommunication on the weak side. Nwoko rolls right down. You trap the pick and roll. He rolls right down the middle. You trap it, you got to rotate.
Billy Richmond Jr. also in for the Razorbacks. There's the drive and an easy finger roll for two.
This guy brings the energy.
Ball back of the hands of Rashad King. He had a really nice game against Kentucky. Leans in and scores. Used the basket to shield Billy Richmond.
Again, penetrating in front defensively.
Richmond will take the long two. Ewan with the offensive rebound. Leans back and scores.
In the past 8 or 9 games, he has been a really force doing that right there for the Razorbacks, being a presence in the middle.
LSU scored 12 points in the paint. They might add another, and they will. Nwoko will catch, and the rebounds have really worked out well offensively. Malik Thomas, doesn't take him long to get a shot up. That was pretty. High arcing, and it drops through. Rarely does he have to be told to shoot. He will to beat the shot clock. Knocks the rebound. Kick out to Wagner. Knocks again with another board. Can Arkansas cash this into points? How about 3 from Wagner? What a possession for the Razorbacks.
Give that basket to Carter Knox. He kept 3 balls alive in that possession. Great hustle by Carter Knox.
This season has been active today here at Bud Walton. Intercepted by Thomas. The lead for Ewan. That was pretty. And LSU needs a timeout.
And when the defense gets going.
McKinnon, another high arcing floater, and that'll drop over Carter Knox.
Boy.
McKinnon control. 43% three-point shooter this season, a huge number, but he's probing in the paint, twisting, shooting, and scoring.
Again, not athletic. They say he's not.
More than halfway through this first half. Thomas, that looks true out of his hands. What a shooter, the young freshman Malik Thomas.
You got to get up on him. I mean, he is always locked and loaded and ready to shoot. 53% in SEC play from 3.
Nice answer from Reese. 50, missed the 3. That was a tough rebound in traffic. Tomba was spinning and then lost it again. Arkansas likes to push. Intercepted, taken away by Tomba. Finds Sutton, back to Tomba.
Nice.
Pretty basketball for LSU.
Little give and go
basketball. To the basket and thrown down by Miller. He'd have coaxed that one in, but Robert Miller, the third in the scorebook.
Nice pass by Tomba, get into the lane, drawing the defense, and then great catch and finish by Miller.
Well, he just missed that long pass in that Kentucky game. I know that wasn't easy to get over. Arkansas hasn't had a made field goal in more than 4 minutes. Wagner will hoist and hit the three. Couple of triples for DJ Wagner. Two and a half to play in this first. A lean back from Thomas. What Arkansas did in that game against Vandy, they had 50 paint points. You'll get that when you have 13 dunks. Richmond Jr. true on a three. An area of his game he's tried to
defense in front of Arkansas to keep them from getting any kind of momentum going into the half.
Acuff found an open avenue to the basket for an easy two.
That's the key. He's not getting into the paint and dishing. He's having to give it up before.
Thomas got that off, but a miss. Carter Knox gets open and scores to begin the second 20. That's his first two. Tigers want more of the same in the second?
Absolutely. They played a great first half. The tempo was perfect.
That's the guy not to leave open.
And again, the ball movement was in the paint, baby.
Live within 3 feet of the basket and do away with those threes. Brazil nearly lost the ball, but he gathered it back in and scored. And TB, welcome back.
And if it's going to be that...
A little different team without him running the point. Tamba, he'll spot up and take a three. How about back-to-back triples for the Tigers?
Well, again, Thomas is
on this LSU team, and you could see Coach McMahon, he wanted to get bigger, wanted to get a little bit stronger. Acuff Jr. left open from the elbow. That's an easy take and make.
Look at the attention.
There's the handle. There's the finish from Acuff Jr., and he's in double figures.
I can't tell you how tough that shot was. Called every time.
Nice catch. Another finish. This time it's Thomas Jr. Now the guard's going back and forth.
Well, Acuff's let that play happen because he went for the steal and wasn't solid, and then Thomas took advantage of it.
Well, what a fun game so far here at Bud Walton. There's the lob and the catch and the flush from
Arkansas with a little ball reversal of its own, a little pip.
This tempo has been at LSU's pace, but there's a lob and a catch and a flush from Robert Miller III.
That's just not being locked in defensively, not calling out the back pick and the roll on the backside. Free roll to the basket, no pressure on the ball. Easy two for LSU.
Malik Thomas going to work, slithers by his defender and scores. Both teams shooting the exact same percentage, 48.7. LSU's had more success in the paint. Not there. Hogs will run. Acuff on the drive with the scoop, and he gets the roll. LSU, though, tries to answer. Somehow Thomas Jr. missed it. Boy, the spin, and he threw it to nobody. Brazil running the floor. The shovel to Richmond. Hangs and hits, and he'll have a chance for three.
LSU's been doing a good job when they penetrated.
So Arkansas in a little bit of foul trouble. Brazil out with three. Wagner out. Speaking of threes, there's a knockdown from distance from Malik Thomas.
Well, you better go over the top on that dribble handoff with Thomas. You leave him open up like that, forget about it.
Arkansas's first lead since it was 20-18. Tamba, a strong take and a make.
That's a grown man drive right there.
Acuff Jr. got Reese on his back. Couldn't bother the shot. And knocks it in for 15 points for Darius Acuff Jr. Another. Thomas Jr. giving up some size, but he gets... LSU's made 2 threes all game, and yet they have controlled a bulk of the possessions, and that was some work by Nwoko. Acuff Jr. off the screen with curl, knocks down the triple.
Nwoko looks really, really tired out there. It looks like Arkansas is trying to get him involved in pick and rolls. See if he can still help.
All of a sudden, the shot has started to fall as well from DJ Thomas. Acuff Jr. with 18 to lead the way for Arkansas. Carter Knox heard from.
If they get him or Brazil to start knocking down shots, or Wagner to start knocking down shots.
Thomas Jr. just had that one swatted away. He was having some success. Now, shot clock's at 5. The jump stop. Acuff got him again. He got the block behind the back from one end to the other. What a sequence. How about a block and taking it 90?
How did he get that in the rim?
Arkansas up 3. That is their largest lead in this game.
Defense to offense. 14, 15 assists. It's been pretty good so far, but it looks like he's coming.
Hard pass into Sutton, and one for the Tigers. How about coming out of a tee? 4 Razorbacks with 3 fouls apiece, but with 8 to go, that's not as much of an issue. Acuff Jr. probing. Pulls up over McKinnon. Hits again. 22 for Acuff.
I like McKinnon, but good luck, McKinnon.
I know he's been tightly defended. He's itching to get some shots off. Acuff Jr. has done a bulk of the scoring, and it continues. How about the freshman?
Now that's discouraging of the LSU.
Joe, is there any reason not to keep feeding Acuff? I shouldn't even ask the question, and he's answering it. Good analysis.
I'll just be quiet on that. He has a great feel of when to do either drive or pull up and shoot.
And Billy Richmond goes downhill. There's the scoop. And one. The Billy Goats getting loose as Arkansas extends its advantage. Arkansas being pushed a little further away from the basket. Acuff Jr. shooting for 30.
Wow.
He can't be stopped today.
That was good D.
A new career high for the Detroit Dandy.
That's better all though. Dude's a player. That's all I can say. He is a straight up baller.
Brazil couldn't get it. Sutton with the ball fake, but a miss. Nwoko off the glass, and that's what the Tigers needed to try and stay in this.
Trying to get the ball out of his hands. Here it
do it again. He says, watch this. There's Pringle spinning and winning.
And that's the difference. He can score on you. He can have 30 on you. You say, okay, I'm going to go take the ball out.
Looking, needs a teammate. McKinnon, no place to go. Thomas Jr., southpaw 3, and a huge make.
Thomas says, yeah, Acuff.
Richmond may have traveled. Malik Thomas, 2 big, slow steps. And he gets his own offensive rebound and scores with a backbreaker.
Give that to Ewing or Brazil. I couldn't.
Thomas Jr. defended by Acuff. Baseline floater is true. It's a 2-point game again.
That kid can play in a scoring position. I'd try to get it out of his hands.
He might get it back. There he is, Acuff Jr. Trevin Brazil got an open look at a 3-ball. The biggest hit of the game for Arkansas.
It hadn't been there all day, but what a time to show up and knock one down.
Timeout LSU. Brazil might be 6'10", but more than Thomas Jr. backs up near the hogtail. The runner tipped out of bounds. The official says Arkansas basketball. 31 for Darius Acuff Jr. All what LSU is drawn up. They need a basket. They need to go quick. Thomas Jr. will pull up. And the tip won't go either. Nwoko has it. The game is ended. A 52-point second half on the shoulders of Darius Acuff Jr. keeps the Razorbacks unbeaten at home.
Well, the Razorbacks